No swimming, darling. No swimming here.
Why not?
Crocodiles.
We better be careful, eh?
Absolutely no swimming.
After an afternoon of enjoying the hospitality at the Plumtree store, it's back to the boat for dinner.
Some things we just learn the hard way, eh?
Yeah, we'll know in future. We misjudged the tide and forget about the crocs.
Just while we were there.
Did you ever think when you were walking back into the water there, pulling the dinghy out, what that sign read up there?
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's alligators in here.
They're not alligators, they're crocodiles. Yummo.
Yummo.
And then thanks to Starlink, a movie. Well, we don't wear skimpy bikinis. Hell, it frightens me when I take my shirt off. There's definitely no one pregnant here. This is motor sailing for old dudes. We do live on a boat, and we do cruise extensively along the Australian coast. Join us and visit some great destinations. Learn how to look after a boat and live off grid. It might even get you enthused to do the same thing. Hey, stay out there till you can't. Sunrise the next day promises some great weather. But first I have to check my engine room.
Just looking for you, Norm. What are you up to?
Just down in the engine room and doing my checks, and I noticed that one of my belts is starting to fall apart, so I'm just changing the V-belts on the motors. Maintenance time.
Maintenance time. Oh, good thing you're doing it before you shower.
Yes, and before it hits itself.
Yes, yes.
For today, Mon?
We're doing breakfast, we're doing coffee at the one-stop shop at Stanage. One stop because it has fuel, has a cafe, has a bar, has
Groceries we're going to get.
that we're going to get. It's got ice. It's got everything, because that's the only place that's got anything. Well, there's only 80 people in Stanage, so not a big population.
Looks like the tide's going to be a bit better for us today too.
Yeah, that was a bit funny.
We've had a great little time at Stanage and Plumtree. The general store was fantastic. We went up and did our shopping this morning. We've got just some basic stuff. We needed a bit of milk and some eggs and a few things like that. So we got the basics, which will be great for us because it means we can stay out for another couple of weeks. We were running a little bit short on milk. So we got all that. We had some breakfast up there. Thanks very much, guys. The breakfast was, we had a cappuccino and a latte, and that was fantastic as well. So yeah, if you visit Stanage, come round here, anchor up and go and visit the Plumtree store. Friendly folk, just a little village, but they've got quite a few groceries that you may need on the boat. Ain't cheap, but you don't expect it to be in places like this, but at least it's given us the legs to stay at for another couple of weeks now, so it's great. What we're going to do now, we're just going to up the pick, and we're heading out to the Duke Islands. I can see them from here. It's not very far away. I think about 15 nautical miles. So we'll head over to the Dukes and find somewhere to hook up there for the night. So yeah, let's do it. Guard Thirsty Sound, Coast Guard Thirsty Sound. This is Peggy Ann, 81.
Yeah, Peggy Ann, go ahead. Coast Guard Thirsty Sound.
Yeah, Coast Guard Thirsty Sound, this is Peggy Ann. Look, we're just leaving Plumtree now. We're just heading out to the Dukes, 2 POV. Our ETA out there probably around about 4 o'clock over.
No worries, you're heading for Hunter Island?
Yeah, probably Hunter for tonight. We'll just see what's like when we get out there.
No worries, just give us a call before you go on to the end. That'd be great.
Okay, thanks very much, Coast Guard Thirsty Sound. Been great being here. We had a great stay, and we'll catch you some other time. Thanks very much. We'll stand by on 01.
No worries, Coast Guard Thirsty Sound.
As you can see by our Burgee, the wind is a little bit on the nose. When I say on the nose, it's coming from over the bow a bit too much. I've got to crack off a little bit, but I don't think there's going to be enough angle in it for us to get the sail up. So it's a bit of a shame. We might be motoring all the way over. It's only 9.5 miles over the Duke, so it's not that far, but it would have been good. If the wind had been round to the south a bit more, we might have been able to get some head sail out. We'll see how we go when we get out away from the land here. It might just change direction a little bit. If I could get a bit more, I could probably get a little bit of head sail out.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm fixing my little electric outboard. There's a detent that gives you a null point in between reverse and forward, and they use this little bit of plastic as a backing plate on this bit of Teflon, I think, to put pressure on the throttle handle, and it runs onto a flat. There's a detent position there, but as you can see, it's cracked, and that's only done about 2 months, so I'm going to build a heavier one. It'll fit in, and then I won't have that problem anymore. If I put it there, I think, darling. Now I've got a more solid bit of plastic. I've got a bit of rubber, and I've got the thing up against it, so that's beautiful. So you've got the detent in the middle. I'll put a bit of grease. Have you been to Hunter Island before, Mon?
I was here yesterday.
This is Hunter Island. It's privately owned. There's stockyards here. They've been here for a long while. I've been here probably 3 or 4 times in the times I've been up and down the coast, and they're just falling further and further into disrepair. So I don't think the islands are stocked anymore. There's no evidence of stock being on the island. So well, these yards definitely aren't being used because they're just falling apart. But yeah, I'm not sure what the story is, but I'm pretty sure that Hunter and these islands around here, the Dukes, are privately owned. Anyway, it's a great spot, and we had a great anchorage here last night. Not much swell on, and the weather conditions are fantastic, so we're going to spend another night here and yeah, work out what we're going to do tomorrow. On Marble Island, we found there was a working farm with a guest house that you can stay at. There were cattle on this island too. We're heading for South Percy at the moment. I put this sail up and trying to hold it, but the wind's very light, and I think I'm going to wind it up again and just do it on motors because it's really not doing anything for us. If anything, it's slowing us down a bit. So I think I'll put the sail away as a bad joke, and then I can alter course and head directly for Percy, Middle Percy, and yeah. Sometimes it just ain't right. Anyway, we should be over there before lunch and have a look at the A-frame, I guess. Well, we've had one crack at sailing, but the wind's just too light, and when you're motor sailing, we're doing 5.5 knots in this direction. The wind's coming from behind at about 5 knots, I reckon, so not enough there to hold the sail open. So we've wound it up and we're just doing 5.1 at the moment. This is South Percy out here, some great anchorages there, but we're heading for Middle Percy and the A-frame. So looks like we're going to get good weather for a couple of days, nice calm weather, and hopefully we can get into Middle Percy and not roll around too much, because it can be a really bad anchorage. But very pleasant again today, bit of sunshine, good for the solar panels, and yeah, we're just rocking along under the iron mains. What is it?
That's a whale.
Is it our first whale?
It is our first whale. It's having a really good time.
It is.
Oh yeah.
It was about here we saw our first whale up close. Pretty smart though, they keep out the way, eh?
Yeah. That was very exciting, but a bit close to the boat for comfort.
Pretty unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it certainly was. It was well worth the look at it.
Don't come here without contributing. We update Peggy Ann's plaque. This is very civilised. A picnic at Percy. Fantastic. Doesn't look like there's anyone home in the treehouse, so I'm not sure if they might be up at the main house, but we'll leave it alone. We won't go in there unless we're invited. we head back to the boat to enjoy the peace and serenity of this pristine anchorage. We have a little bit more of a look around the A-frame before heading up to the homestead. We take the short but steep track and don't quite make it. So it's back to the lagoon where we check that out. And then the weather turns and we've got to get away from Middle Percy and we head over to Curlew Island to ride out some rough weather. Hey dudes, thanks for watching. See you next week.